This week, instead of doing like kayak motor stuff, I went and spent some money off of gift cards. I bought tickets, so big things are happening for the freshwater fishing novice. Well, now I can do my paperwork. So I got 2 reels. I got 2 different lures, and let's start with the smallest item, micro power fishing clips. This is by Tactical Anglers. Tactical fishing clips are made for single thick stainless steel wire to provide maximum strength and dependability. Freshwater fly fishing, light tackle, 25-pound strength on these little clips. Basically what you do, I'm only showing it to this camera because you guys won't be able to see it over there. It won't be in focus. I'll do it anyway. I don't know why I'm holding it up. It's going to be in focus because it's autofocus. Autofocus on this camera, manual focus on this camera. Anyway, these snap swivels these are what big swim baits use, but they have bigger versions. So I wanted some small ones because I got some smaller swim baits. You can tie your line directly on this, feed your lure on, and then it gives it a little bit extra movement too. So larger swim baits, you'll see that on. We'll get into why I bought these, but I'll show you the lure. But first, let's show you. I saw this guy. I haven't seen this before. This is a ribbit floater, top-toed hollow body. One rigged with double taki hook, and it has a 1 spare plastic. So it says, rig the top toad with a double taki hook for best results. Screw the toad up into the hook keeper, then place the hook pivot, hit the hook points out the back of the toad between the hips. Skin hook only the points of the hooks for best results. You can also use a standard 6/0 frog hook rigged the same way. Check out how-to videos at fishstanley.com. So I'm going to assume Fish Stanley is the company. And they also have a presence on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Pull this guy out and take a look at it. Okay, so it's got a screw lock in the top. There's a weight on the bottom. And these are kicking legs. This is a hollow body frog. I don't know if we got to see that, but there's a little spot and you just skin hook. Oh geez, I don't want to mess it up this far before fishing season. Oh, he's got a little butthole. Ow! Poke of the year. There we go. Now you can see that skin hooked. Damn it, got myself right in the thumb with that hook. Interesting. It looks very much like a scum frog. Wonder, do I have a scum frog? No, they're all in the basement. It comes with a backup hollow body frog. You see it's squishy. Hard in the front. That's interesting. But completely hollow from this far back. I wonder if I can do my finger in there. Why would I do this? Kicking feet, so you can run it over the pads. I like seeing different frogs and trying different frogs just to see if they'll work. I've always wanted to make my own frog, but making a hollow body frog is not something you see many home builders trying to do. And there's a reason for that. I think the process is a little bit tedious, involved. So I'm going to try that guy this year. I'm sure I'll lose it fairly quickly. That was only like, I think $9.99. And 2 frogs and a pretty serious hook. I'm not too worried about losing the hook. I'm more worried about losing those lures. Let's go right to the next lure I bought. So last year, I lost this lure right here. This is the KGB Spro Chad Shad, and this is the 180 millimeter Chad Shad. So last year, when I bought this at the end of the year, because I lost it towards the end of the year, I went and bought another one immediately. This cost me 60 bucks last year. I just went online and it was like 140, 150 bucks online sources and stuff. Then I went right to KGB, the guy who invented this, but then partnered with Spro. You can get a Spro KGB 180 from him directly for like $125 or something like that. So it's way cheaper to go right through KGB. What's his name? I think it's Kevin. So anyway, I just wanted you to be aware that I was shocked that it went from 160 to 140 online. I didn't know that until I went to buy this little guy. And literally that's the name of this lure. It's the little guy. This is the smaller version of this bigger guy. So this is the same company. It's a KGB Spro little guy. This is 120 millimeters. So you can see significantly smaller. I want to say the fish don't get big where I am, but that's a lie. Smaller lures get hit better. I've heard tactical bassin reference. If you're in the northern part of the country, you don't need to throw anything bigger than like 6 inches. 5-6 inches is a sweet spot. So I figure I had a lot of follows with this guy last year, or the year before. And they say when you're getting follows but you're not getting bites, you downsize. So That's what this guy was for. So when I saw this little guy at Kittery Trading Post in Kittery, it was $60. I was blown away. I'm like, why is this $60? And this is $60. And then I came home and looked online, and that's when I realized the price on this went through the roof overnight. I don't know when it happened, but I think October is when I bought it for $60. And then not even a couple months later, right? 3 months later, this little fella is $60. So I'm going to buy a couple more of these guys before the price goes up. I'm interested to try these out. They're supposed to have the same exact action as the bigger lure, so we'll see if that's true or not. I hope it does. It looks very similar. The head's a little different, not much. Anyway, I'm excited to throw that little fella. So that's the lures that I got, the snap swivels. Now let's get on to the reels. All this was bought with gift cards. I want that to be said at a time. I'm not spending my cash right now. I'm spending gift cards that were given to me on Christmas. So my mother and Crispy helped pay for this one right here. It was a combined because this is an expensive reel. So this is another baitcaster reel. So if you're a beginner, you're not going to be throwing these, but I forced myself to learn these because I figured if someone got ahead of me and they're trying to learn, how am I going to tell them how to use one of these? So I forced myself 3-4 years ago to learn how to baitcast, throw a baitcaster, use a baitcaster properly. I've been using one ever since. I like using spinning reels still, but that doesn't mean I don't like a good baitcaster. And I've learned that investing money in baitcasters, as long as you know what you're doing, you're going to hold on to that reel for a long time. So my suggestion is, if you're learning how to baitcast, get a cheaper sub $50, $60 reel and learn on that. Mess that thing up first. Drop that in the dirt, completely mess it up, but learn how not to throw a bird's nest. And once you're very comfortable with the baitcaster, a cheaper one, when you start testing better ones, you slowly upgrade your arsenal. You upgrade as you go, but it's a process of learning, getting what you need, getting what you are going to use, as opposed to buying everything all at once. That being said, I'm upgrading one of my baitcaster reels off of my older. I have a rod that has a baitcaster that's not quite the quality I want, so I'm going to upgrade it to this Shimano 201 HG Corrado. It's not the DC. I already have a DC on one of my reels. I want to try it without the DC, and it won't have that crazy hum. So this is going to be more me making sure it doesn't backlash, but I don't have a problem using baitcasters that don't have the DC reel, because I didn't learn on a rod that had a DC reel. I would not suggest that you learn on a DC reel because it's going to give you just too much confidence. So if you do use a rod that doesn't have the DC reel, it's going to blow up on you on your first cast. So anyway, thank you, Mom. Thank you, Crispy, for this brand new Shimano Corrado reel. I'm going to use the holy hell out of this thing. And the last item I got was the Daiwa Fuego, which means fire in Spanish. It's the 2500, 2500, whatever. Directions, stuff like that. I'm basically doing the same thing with my spinning reels. I'm upgrading my arsenal. All right, just like that, I got the Daiwa Fuego set up for my left-handed retrieve. Feels pretty nice, pretty light, mag sealed. So we can take a look at that Fuego if you've never seen it. Roughly about $109. So it's not too crazy high budget. You'll notice a difference once you jump from like a $40 reel up to a $50, $60, $100 reel. You'll notice a big difference in how the reel works and how it functions, how smooth it is, how light it is, the quality of the components. Anyway, Freshwater Fishing Novice, if you're not subscribed, why the hell would you be? I mean, it's only free. All you have to do is click that QR code. All right, thanks for watching this week. I hope you guys have a great weekend night. I hope you all survived the snowstorm. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. So fun.